whānau. We're back.
We are. We're back.
2023.
Better than ever.
What have you guys been up to?
What have you been up to? What have we been up to?
Fuck, I reckon that's probably the one. Oh, excuse my profanity. Nah.
Are we really going to start off the year with our first podcast like this?
Raw and organic is the theme, isn't it?
No. You tell me.
Nah, I reckon, yeah, all good. All good. It's natural.
Okay.
A little bit nervous because we haven't actually done this for a few months.
Yeah.
Half a year.
Few months.
Which is gutting, but glad we're getting back into it.
That's true.
I'm stoked to be holding the mic again.
Oh, so am I.
It's actually really nice. We were like just warming up before and
Warming up?
well, yeah, and we like chucked down our headphones and I was like, oh, bub, do you want to have a listen? It's pretty mean.
To our own voices. We sound so up ourselves.
I sound good though.
Forgot how mean we sound.
Choice. We don't really know how this podcast is going to go. We're just flowing.
No, we've had like 6 months of planning.
Yeah, so we know exactly.
And we've come up with nothing. But I think first of all we should address where we've been, what we've been doing, why we kind of stopped for a bit and why we're back again.
Good call.
Go.
100. Well, so I think we stopped doing so Eager Beaver came through.
Right.
And we just went so hundy on that and 100 just hard. And I think what happened is, for me, wasn't in the meanest spot because of like for mahi, and I was just umming and ahhing in my own head what I'm up to. And I think kind of just wore myself out a little bit. And I think that just kind of played into a little bit of the spark just being sort of blown out because I was just a bit blown out in general in life and just took a break. But I think that was around July, August, and then it kind of really stopped around then. But what did start in August/September is new mahi.
Yeah.
So that was a massive reason for not really having time to do up to.
So let's blame Jack for this.
Yeah.
I reckon Jack can take this one. I feel that though, and I feel like it's good to be just like open and honest about it. It's not like we lost interest at all or anything like that. It was just priorities were different, and that happens in everyday life. So
yeah,
just is what it is.
Is what it is. But so started my new mahi in September. But that I was just so passionate about that and so just like wanting to go hard as straight away that didn't really have the energy or time to do up to. Because man, it was like at one point. Oh, maybe for the first half of last year, it was like kind of like a second job. Like,
I can't even remember the first half of last year.
Yeah.
Wait, 2022 first half. Was that lockdown? No, that was before that, eh?
I can't even remember now.
Honestly, the months blur into everything.
Yeah, but so anyways, September, rolls through, got mahi, pretty mean mahi too, stoked as. Still doing youth work, so still a youth worker, but doing it for a different organisation now. This organisation called Te Pūheke.
Oh, even the name's coming out. How good's that? Do you want to tell us a little bit about what your role is and what you're doing? I obviously know.
Yeah, okay.
But for the people that don't, tell us a little bit about what Te Pūheke is.
Cool. Well, what Te Pūheke is it's a business that my boss, Honeheke Ngāpua Rankin, started. And he's had it for, this will be the 4th year, going into the 4th year. But last year was his first year doing it full-time mahi for himself. So his background previous was he was a high school and primary school teacher. And so he wanted to start his own business around empowering Mauri, having cultural competency for businesses. And sort of as it grew organically, got to a stage where there were a few schools that were keen. And around that time, is when my uncle got in touch with Heke, and my uncle's business wanted Heke to come in and do mahi for them, do some workshops and things like that. And so my uncle Paul was just, I think,
Shout out Paul,
man, straight up. But through their conversations, Paul was just like, this guy just seems like an older version of myself. Aroha mai whānau, just the brother Luke's came through for a quick check-in. Uncle Paul and Heke were having a hui, and Paul was just like, this guy reminds me of, my nephew Jack. And so apparently Paul mentioned me a few times, and then Heke was like, who's this fella? I think maybe I should meet him. Then 2 weeks down the line, we linked up in Takapuna. had a coffee and a feed at a cafe, and we just clicked. It was just like, oh, where have you been, bro? I needed you.
Cute.
Kind of from both ends for us. So
Yeah.
it was really, really cool how it all came together. It was super natural, super organic. And then about 2-3 weeks after that, contract signed, got some new mahi. Got to take that step in my career. Got to take that extra leap and just jump into some growth. I think a massive season of growth is upon me, and yeah, stoked. So what I'm doing for mahi is I go into schools. Pretty cool. Created a 10-week program, and I'm going to be running this program in about 6 different kura around Tāmaki. And we're going to pilot it for term 1. Give it a go, see how it goes. Super pumped. I'm also working in primary and high school this year. So that's going to be a big change.
Yeah.
But something I'm excited for and part of that growth season. But yeah.
And yeah, can't wait to have Heki on the podcast.
We on, brother.
Surely.
Oh, no, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
You're making promises you better keep.
Gonna keep that one for sure. But yeah, so and here we are. I've started full steam ahead this year, planning, prepping. So yeah, just big step in my life and career, I think.
Nice.
But it's been mean. So that kind of played into why Up2 went on the back burner for a while, because I had to get all my ducks in order, you know. I had to get
Ducks in a row.
ducks in a row. And yeah, so yeah.
Nice. Oh,
How
that's
about
so
you,
exciting. I've seen ever since you started at your new mahi, I can see like a change within you. You know, like a new drive. I think you were kind of in your old job, you were kind of like losing interest a little bit, or like the steam wasn't rolling as fast, and now you're kind
stagnant.
of like yeah.
New
year, new you.
100.
Proud of you.
Probably feeling that phrase the most out of
What, new year, new you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because I've always kind of been like, oh yeah, it just rolls it. But now this year I'm like, the energy's different.
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah.
Nice.
That's what I've been up to. Yeah.
Me.
What have you been up to?
Just the same old. You know, I'm still just doing my mahi. What else have I been doing? I've started the Cobalt Gym Challenge.
Yes.
So that was something for this year. I know everyone kind of puts it on their list is to get like their health and stuff in order. But for me, I kind of needed, like I signed up to the gym last year with Fran, shout out Fran. And then this year I kind of needed because over the break, like over Christmas and stuff, it went out the window. I was like training pretty well, and then it just all went out, which is fine. Like I don't beat myself up for it. I see people get really like up in arms about it, you know, like jumping off the bandwagon.
Kind of like losing momentum, eh?
Yeah, totally. And so I'm not going to like punish myself for that. Instead I was like, nah, I'm going to sign up to this challenge. And literally the day that I thought I really want some sort of like something to kind of give me that push and that motivation. I'm a big fan of Amber Reed and her partner Will, and they own a real bougie gym called Cobalt.
So
if you haven't seen it, check it out. I haven't actually.
Real quick? Nah, sweet as.
If you haven't seen it, check it out. I haven't actually been in the gym yet, but from what I've seen on Instagram and stuff, it looks amazing. But also a real benefit of it is that they do home workouts, and then they do like plans for you to use in the gym as well. Now you can interject.
Honestly, I'll just add on to you. We finished. It's so cool. Like I'm so impressed by this app too. The 4-week program, and just like the intensity of it. I'm like, that's on.
I know, you should have seen me earlier, whānau. I was like, as if I'd gone for a dunk in the pool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was nuts. But it was so good. Like, I'm only on day 3 now. Day 3? Man, my legs feel like I'm on like day 20. Honestly, Jack can vouch for this. I've been like hobbling around. Lucas is like, pick me up. I'm like, no, that's not having to pick yourself up. Just because my legs have just been done ever since I did my workout. Everyone says, you know, day 2 is the worst day for it. People that work out, you know what I'm talking about. My legs were wobbly, but they're finally coming right now. Did like a HIIT style workout at home today. And then training legs again tomorrow, so I'm kind of dreading it. But it gets easier as you go along. The pain doesn't stay forever, so I just got to keep reminding myself of that. But yeah, super impressed with their app. It sounds like we're doing an ad for them if they want to sponsor us. Like, honestly, let me know. Let me know, and I'll sort something out. I'm sure we can move some things around. But yeah, like the one I did today, it had like a timer, and then it had like So it's not just like written down. They've got videos. It's so interactive. They've got someone being like, yeah, you've got 10 seconds to go. Like, keep it up, which I'm always like, thank you, like AI or whatever's talking to me right now. And yeah, it's just been really motivating, really fun. It comes with all like the food challenges. I'm definitely going to do another one of their challenges after this 4 weeks is up. And my boss as well has been doing it too. He's doing a bit of a different one, but I think he did the last like 6 week challenge and has continued on, and he's just loving it. And so seeing other people motivated by it makes me motivated. And we've all been on a bit of a fitness journey in our office. So it's good stuff. I've been feeling great.
And I can vouch for that too. Like honestly, when you're working out and
I'm the best version of myself.
Yeah, 100%. Sure. Like, you're just so like full of joy and just it's just great to see. Like, it's cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's nice that you're filling your cup up that way, eh?
Yeah, and I've always known, and like my parents would tell you the same. They'd be like, if Morgan's working out, and they've said this so much, hey, if Morgan's working out, like she's in the best mood, like such a happy vibe, rah, rah, which I'm normally happy. I don't want to sound like I'm like miserable if I'm not exercising, but even when I don't feel like it, if I push myself to go to the gym to do like a workout, the way I feel afterwards is just like, why would I ever stop this? This is so fun.
Hard.
Having fun with it, I think that's the main thing. So
totally.
Yeah, I'm sticking to my goal so far. We're in February now, so that first month, little bit of like a write-off just because of holidays and all that sort of stuff. It's so fun.
Hard to keep up.
Yeah, I'm so happy with how it's gone. I don't mind starting in February. I heard something today. Actually, who was it? Can't remember. I heard something today talking about how, you know, like, just because if your January is a write-off doesn't mean the rest of the year has to be, because people are kind of like, oh, well, I'll start next Jan, so it's like a whole full year. But I'm just like, man, just
stuff it.
Just start whenever you can. Do whatever you can to make yourself feel good. So, yeah.
Hard.
That's me.
It's mean. I love that. And I've been starting skating again, which has been cool.
You have?
So just going to the skate park for an hour and a half if I have time.
Yeah.
Man, I've noticed just...
Because I really... Yourself, eh?
Yeah, because I stopped doing fitness. Like, it's real bad, but I pretty much stopped doing fitness like year 11. Year 11 is when I stopped all school sports. Didn't do any sport after school.
No PE?
Oh, nah. Hated that. Like, I don't know. I just wasn't vibing it. And it's so nice to finally be getting back into some form of fitness. And, like, I actually forgot, what that feeling's like when you just do the mahi and then that treat of just happy endorphins flowing and you're just like, I feel mean.
Yeah.
So it's been good, and it's nice to sort of just... Oh, it's good because it's a full body workout as well. I've searched that up.
True.
Skating for like an hour and a half is the same as doing a full body workout, they reckon, at a gym, like average, you know. Some full body workouts will be way more, but you know what I'm saying. So that's been really cool. But I think we've got a pretty big year ahead of us this year.
Yeah.
I think both of us, I can feel a shift, and definitely in myself, and I think just in general with our whānau, with this year, there's just a shift happening. So we've taken on the challenge of learning our reo this year, but like actually doing it.
Because last year, sorry, I keep playing with my mic. I hope you guys can't hear it, but my hand's just like getting cramped. Too many dumbbells. Well, what were we talking about? Reo. Because last year we signed up, but they were online courses. And I feel like while some people can really like focus online, I think because a lot of our mahi was online, it was kind of like we were just sick of sitting in front of a screen, like listening to someone talk. So this year, like for my course, it's going to be night classes in person, which I'm really looking forward to. And then you're in person as well, and you're like a full day. Eh?
Yeah, 3 hours. So I think I'm going to be Wednesdays, 10 a.m. to 1, and then the rest of the day just like study. Yeah. It's pretty hoonish with the full time. They've got 24 hours worth of homework each week on top of full-time mahi. Sheesh.
You've got this.
It's going to be a big one, but I'm ready. And even on that shift, I think not only are we shifting to learn our reo, but I feel as though my own self-motivation and self-worth, I've put that at a higher level this year.
Priority.
Just higher priority where, but the difference is I want to do it. Other years I've put my priority up there, but deep down I didn't really want to, and I was kind of happy just coasting. But this year, the coasting vibe is just like, gives me the ick.
Yeah.
So I just don't want to do that. And I just want to really knuckle down and kind of prove to myself that I can achieve something that big.
Nice.
Was doing the full-time mahi. So, yeah, but it's cool as well because my boss, Heke, his first language was Te Reo as well. So he's going to help me out heaps and we're going to help each other out. I'm definitely going to need your help on some homework.
That's right. I'm good at homework.
Yeah, but yeah, so I think it's going to be cool and we can team up, me and you, learn our reo and kōrero mai.
Totally.
So it's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I've just learned to karakia as well. Finally got one on lock because I've just been reading them off paper. But the wairua didn't feel good about it, I just felt like...
off paper?
Yeah. So I'm glad that literally as of last night, I learned a closing karakia. So I'm stoked. So now my next step is learning an opening one. But yeah, I just think I'm just kind of tackling things differently this year.
Cool.
A bit more driven, I think, too.
Yep.
But I'm really excited. And I'm keen to, like this year for sure, get back into more Up2 mahi.
Well, that's the thing, because what I notice is like, as soon as we stopped doing Up2, then everyone asked us about it.
True.
Everyone
actually
would be like, how's Up2 going? We're like, oh, and we felt we're all stink because we were just like, oh, you know, not stink because we were kind of like, we knew what was happening in our lives that made it okay for us to take a break. But to other people that we maybe didn't want to share like heaps with, it was kind of like, like we want to get back into it, but we just haven't been able to find the time or whatever it was. So I think it was actually a really nice feeling having people ask about Up2. It's like they haven't forgotten. Yeah. They're still like, you know, where are you, korua, and all this sort of stuff. And we're like, oh, cool. Like people still know that we're here doing our best. You know, our goal was never to become like super, super famous, you know, like influence or anything like that. It was just to raise a bit of positivity, raise the vibration of the nation. Do you remember that? Nice. There you go. And just have a bit of fun doing it and just talk about things that we want to talk about. I think that's the other shift we've noticed, like when we were talking about doing this podcast, is kind of not getting so caught up in what other people want to see, but more about what we want to share. So 100. That's a big change for us.
Yeah, totally. And if I'm dead honest, like last year and part of the year before that, I genuinely got so attached to the idea of likes, views, comments. I wanted those numbers to be high, and I genuinely felt stink if they didn't. Yeah. And I was talking to my bros about that the other day, when we were having a beer, and they were asking about Up2. And I was like, same sort of thing, you know, we're keen. It's almost like I was whakama to reply. It was just this sort of feeling of I'm a bit ashamed to say what I'm, you know, that we're not. But what I unveiled to myself was that, because I think I always knew that I was attached, but I wasn't that keen on admitting it. I remember you used to say, and I want to be open and honest with that. Like I totally did, and I totally got attached to views, likes. But this year, I'm just not gonna even care really about that. And I feel really good for it. Like I really do. I think if I did this last year, there would have been a part of me resisting and going like, nah, but I still wanted to. But this year, I just feel so much more detached from it, and I think that's healthier. It's better for Up2. Better for us and Up2 because it kind of I feel think that it took away some of the fun part because there was such a serious, you know, like we have to
You should see Jack before a filming, well the old Jack before a filming, not to like put you on blast or anything like that, but I think it is though, like
you know,
like focusing so much on what the algorithm wants and like when to post, like all this sort of stuff. And I understand that it's got a time and place for it, but my kind of like we just had different ideas about it. Like I was you'd be like, what are we going to talk about? And I'm like, I don't know, let's just like see what happens sort of thing. But it's such a relief for me, and it makes it way more of a fun experience for myself to know that we can just take the heaviness out of it. Yeah. Like we can go heavy into topics and stuff for sure. I mean, we do that a lot with our mahi, so we're comfortable in that space. But it's when the fun goes away from it and it becomes a little bit less lighthearted that it doesn't make it fun for either of us. So I'm really glad that we've gotten past that. Like even to set up for today, you know, like I thought maybe he's just saying that he's this new chill, like whatever, but like is this actually going to happen? And then in reality it happened and you were sweet. Like love that. Appreciate that.
I appreciate you for helping guide me to this place because I'm like, fuck, I'm having so much fun in this one. Yay. Like, it just feels mean.
You're welcome.
Oh, killed it. So yeah. What else? Is there anything else that you've got to update on?
No, I don't think so. Well, what I do know is that instead of setting, what are they called? See, it's so far out of my mind that I don't even know the word of it. New Year's resolutions. I've set like a theme for the year.
Yes.
And
that's right.
I remember talking to all like my friends on New Year's, telling everyone about it because I was on a level and I just thought everyone would be really interested to hear it, because I was like, somebody asked me like, what's your resolution? And I was like, we don't need a resolution for the year. It's all about a theme, like all this sort of stuff.
100.
Because I feel like intention's a bit of a cop-out as well. It's like intention, when I think of intention, other people may have different like opinions on this, but when I think of intention, I think like, like me, like I intend to do the dishes tonight. Is that going to happen? You know, like I intend to do it, but it's not really done until it's done. Yeah. Like in my head. So I thought I'd set a theme for the year, which is all about like a balance. I'm really keen on a balance, a commitment, because I've got not commitment issues, but I've got like consistency issues. Yeah. Like I start something quite kind of like yourself, like start something hard and then kind of taper off a little bit. But I'm keen to maybe not start as hard and just balance my way through it. Keep like a steady pace, like the steady uphill rise, rather than it like being like this and then like shooting back down again.
100.
So yeah, consistency and commitment and balance.
That's mean, because I think like for myself at least, I know that going into something 100 like full force and it being so amazing, as soon as it starts to just naturally, because you're doing it, lose part of the amazingness that you feel at the start, I find that when I get to that point, I just
drop. Yeah.
And it's like I already had a little taste of that amazingness, so like catchup. But I was having a kōrero with Raniera the other day, and we were talking about energy, and because at the moment I've just got like this like a flame burning within. I've just got so much energy. Even today, doing mahi all day, I was just like on.
Yeah, I was very impressed with that.
It just feels, but we were talking and he said something beautiful, and that was around when you know that you've got like all this energy, rather than just wanting to put your energy to this kaupapa, that kaupapa, this, all over the place, to consciously hold it within and consciously direct it to one spot. So that's what I was trying to do today with my mahi, is that like, because I just wanted to do like a TikTok and I wanted to create this reel and then I wanted to do this, but I thought, no, I've got my mahi that I need to do and I've checked everything off on my list, and now we can have a bit of fun, do a podcast. But just that kind of maintaining that energy, but also maintaining the whole, your own kaupapa of what you're up to when you lose a little bit of that initial like adrenaline to it, and that tapers off, and just to keep that consistency. So mean, bub, I reckon that's mean. Thank you. And I think for myself, probably quite similar. Would definitely be consistency would be a theme. But the one that's coming to mind currently is a sustainability and sustaining what I sort of acquire this year. Yeah. So whether that's acquiring a new understanding on myself, whether that's acquiring a new motivation to mahi, how do I sustain it? And that's what I want to really focus on, is sustaining, because I think that'll feed into every aspect of like going back to te wānanga and doing mahi. How do I sustain energy and all that? So I think that would be one of my biggest themes, sustainability, and hopefully do things enough where they become habitual and they can be sustainable into the new year next year. Yeah. Where it's less thinking to do it though. I think that'll be quite cool.
Nice. Yeah. Beautiful. Great themes. Yeah. See how good it's whānau, set a theme for yourself for the year, rather than intentions, rather than resolutions. Set a theme, and then all of your actions can kind of fit into that theme. If they align with your themes, it's the same with like values and stuff like that. If they align with your theme and your values, and you stand strong in what that is, then all of your actions will kind of coincide with it. It'll all make sense.
100. Yeah. So
speaking of Ranzo, do you want to tell us a little bit about Taraho?
100 for sure. So this year whānau doing Taraho. That's Raniera Rewari's kaupapa. It's a 6-week course, I believe 6 weeks, that you do in your own time, and it's really cool as well, because every Wednesday, So tonight, every Wednesday, there's a Zoom call with everyone from Taraho, and it's pretty awesome because you pay the money to do the course and you get lifetime access to the Zoom calls and the content. So you can go back and redo it, catch up on things, refreshers. But I love this every Wednesday Zoom call where everyone jumps on and Rans will have a kōrero that he'll speak to, and then after he speaks, we all just kind of add on and wānanga. It's an online wānanga. And it's pretty awesome, and I'm so grateful to be in that space because honestly, like everything that Rania has put together within that is just exactly what I need to really prep myself to fulfill my theme for this year, to fulfill mahi, and also to fulfill this new vision of myself that I can feel is coming. It's like I've got a piece of this new kind of jack. Maybe I've got the left leg, but I can see the right leg coming, and it's just it's slowly coming together. So Taraho's going to be a cool journey, and just do a bit more of that personal development. Because I think, did a season of personal development about 4 years ago, but it's time to do a little bit more. And it's pretty cool as well because, jumping into another kaupapa of Rans's, this is the second sort of PD kaupapa I've joined. Done the growth gains a few years ago, so I'm just stoked to be back in the space and back into, understanding myself more, understanding what I want, and just, life. It's just going to be wicked.
Very cool. That's
so
very
I'm
exciting.
Pumped.
So
So, it's going to be cool.
Nice.
And anything else on the horizon for you, bub? At the mo?
Not really. Just going to mahi hard. We've got, don't want to speak too much about mahi, but we've got a new program coming up which I'll be a facilitator for. So I'm looking forward to that.
Quite a big one though, eh?
Yeah, but it's all kind of hush-hush at the moment. So we're going to keep that hush-hush. But just mahi. And that's pretty much it. I kind of got like a 2IC role now, which is nice.
Yeah, that's sick.
So that's really cool to be able to support my team leader, who I have a lot of love and respect for. It's really nice. I've had really good bosses in the past. Like kind of all of my managers have been I've really enjoyed working alongside them, and it kind of highlighted to me the importance of having someone, that's leading you to be someone that you enjoy being around and that has the same sort of kaupapa as you, and really want the best for you. And I feel that a lot with my team leader now is that he's really just igniting this fire and kind of making me just remember why I'm doing the mahi that we're doing, and all the skills and stuff that I have to put towards it. He makes me feel really valued. So I think, if you've got a team leader like that, you can't really go wrong. And if you don't, and you've got a team leader that's just shutting down your ideas or making you feel stink or whatever it is, then gap it.
Then that's going to
find a new mahi, because that's just going to drain you in the end. Just kind of wanted to express my gratitude for my team leader. And all the cool stuff that's going to be happening this year.
That's on.
I'm excited.
Yeah, he's the man.
Good. He is the man.
Shout out Morgan's team leader. Obviously I know who he is.
We can probably say your name. Shout out Tony.
Shout out Tony. He's a pretty mean rapper too, but keep that hush hush.
Can't wait to have you on the podcast.
Let's go.
Sweet.
That's mean. Oh, cool. Was that us then?
That's us.
Dope.
Yeah.
Well, we hope, whānau, that you've enjoyed this podcast. Like we said, we didn't really know where I was going, but we just wanted to have a little bit of fun.
Update.
Just
a little life update.
But keen to hopefully, I don't want to say hopefully because I feel like that's intention.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say that we are going to get back into doing some more podcasts.
Oh yeah, surely we don't do this one and then we're just
I'm catch you 2024. But definitely want to do more podcasts this year. Look out for them. But
I'm keen for guests.
I'm
keen to get some cool guests on again. I miss doing that so much. I feel like we connected with we were so lucky last year with the people that we managed to meet.
Actually, looking back on last year,
that was huge for us. We had Hahana, that was awesome. Shout out to the Hahana crew.
Shout out Eager Beaver.
Yeah,
man,
totally.
We literally met some of our favorite. I'm getting goosebumps as I said. Favorite people that are in Aotearoa. Shout out to Nepia, my favorite actor. You're the man, bro. But when's Ahikaroa coming out, brother? I need it.
That's a good point.
We need it.
Pretty sure you told us it was going to be at the end of last year.
Hey.
We're still waiting. Every day we check the app.
And then, linking
Must
up.
be good, though. If it's taking this long, it must be really good.
Maybe
We're
there's
really
an extra
looking
10
forward to it.
episodes. Nah. But yeah, so it was so cool. And amazing connections that I honestly look back on now and I'm like, fuck, how did that even happen?
I mean, we met Sam Walker. I don't think you can get much bigger than that. That's just
it was so cool. Unreal. And shout out to Rio. Rio, you're the man.
100%.
I can't wait to catch up with you whenever we next see you.
Yeah.
He's on that mahi season for the festivals.
Yeah.
Which has been gutting too with all the festivals being rained out. Feel real sorry for the organisers, artists.
Yeah. Well, we've got
teams.
LAB this weekend, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yes.
Bailey Wiley's performing, all these different
Let's
people.
go.
It's going to be really fun. That's going to be our first festival of the summer. Do you realise that?
Sheesh.
We haven't been to any others. That's wild for
Crazy.
us. Usually we're not like hardcore festivalers, but we
We're
were
usually
so
tap
excited for
going
One
to a few.
Love. We couldn't wait, and then that got cancelled, which is fair enough. But
That was
yeah,
gutting.
so much love to the the organisers. But the reason owners came in my mind as well, just with all this flooding and stuff. Like, hope everyone's safe out there. We've seen some
100%.
and kind of firsthand seen some like really bad experiences, people losing
hectic.
everything in their homes, people losing their businesses.
Yeah,
So
man.
a lot of love to you out there. Hopefully that was the last of it and we won't see any of that again, because that hasn't happened since like the 1800s or something like that, or like 84 years,
So
one of
crazy.
the eights. But yeah, just love and light to everyone out there that's going through it right now, and just massively just appreciative of the community and seeing how much people are doing for one another.
So cool.
Amazing. So if you're one of these people that is going out and helping in any way that you can, whether that be like giving sandbags out, free food, free kai, whatever it is,
So cool.
then just, massive mahi to you. That's amazing. We love to see it.
Fucking A.
Cool.
Hard out. Choice. Oh, well. Is that us then? Signing off?
Signing off.
Well, like I was saying before, I hope you enjoyed this little podcast. It was a little catch up. Look forward to doing some more shortly. And
Can't wait.
done well.
We
bud.
missed you.
You've done well.
Thanks.
We've
Sophie.
done well.
We've done well. Up
But yeah.
to.
Choo.
Bye.
Ka kite.